Hello, I'm Noemi and I work at UCL in London, where we use the newest computer technologies to improve MRI medical imaging, which doctors often use to try and tell if somebody is healthy or ill. One of the technologies we use is called machine learning. Machine learning helps us process huge amounts of data very quickly, which makes it very useful in a bunch of different fields like self-driving cars, Alexa, or even targeted advertising. In fact, you could even try to use machine learning to teach a computer how to bake a cake. The main idea behind machine learning is to give the computer a huge amount of examples of inputs and outputs. In the baking example, the inputs would be cake ingredients like flour, eggs, and sugar, and the outputs would be the ready cakes. In our field, the inputs would typically be MRI scans, and the outputs would be information about the tissue, such as cell density. However, we don't actually tell the computer how to get from the inputs to the outputs. The computer would have to learn that completely on its own using many attempts. In fact, the computer might do some really crazy stuff in the beginning, like throw in uncracked eggs and mix in a bit of flour, which is of course not going to go very well. The important thing to keep in mind though is that the computer learns from the examples we have given it. For example, if we only give a computer chocolatey examples, it's only going to know how to make a chocolate cake. This is similar in our work, where we only give the computer examples from healthy tissue, and the computer might not recognize unhealthy tissue such as a cancer. On the other hand, if we give the computer a very broad range of examples, the computer might get confused between similar things. For example, in the baking example, if we want the computer to make a tiramisu, which has a base, some cream, and a chocolatey top, it might get confused with a chocolate cheesecake, which is similar but not quite what we wanted. This is similar in our work, where the computer might not be able to detect small changes in tissue. This can be really bad, for example, when we want to detect small changes to cell density to tell if a medication is working or not. In conclusion, our work shows that it's really important to keep track of what examples you've given the computer when you use machine learning to make sure that you can detect both big and small changes. Thank you for your attention.